Welcome to the 2024 Republican primaries. Today we have a senator from Ohio, Rob Portman, a senator from Indiana, Todd Young, senator from Florida, Marco Rubio, and senator of Kentucky, Rand Paul. The February caucuses and primaries are now in. Marco Rubio, the projected winner of South Carolina's 50 delegates. Iowa, Todd Young's projected winner of Iowa's 30 delegates. Nevada's caucuses have closed 30 delegates projected for Rand Paul. New Hampshire's 23 delegates projected for Rob Portman. And here is the current delegate map. Marco Rubio has a very early lead, 50 delegates for him, 30 for Todd Young, 23 for Rob Portman, and 30 for Rand Paul. Super Tuesday caucuses and primaries close in now in Massachusetts, Vermont, Virginia, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Minnesota, and Alaska. Massachusetts, 40 delegates projected for Rob Portman. Vermont's 16 delegates projected for Rob Portman now. Virginia's 49 delegates projected for Rob Portman. Minnesota's 38 delegates now projected for Rob Portman. We now have a projection for Marco Rubio, 76 delegates for Marco Rubio out of the state of Georgia, 50 delegates out of the state of Alabama for Marco Rubio. Tennessee, Marco Rubio has been the projected winner of Tennessee's 58 delegates. Oklahoma, 43 delegates will land in the Marco Rubio column tonight. Texas, 155 delegates projected for Marco Rubio right now, former Senator Ted Cruz's home state. Alaska's 28 delegates will go to Rand Paul. Here's the current delegate map. 432 for Marco Rubio, 30 for Todd Young, 168 for Rob Portman, and 58 for Rand Paul. The March 2nd to March 31st caucus primaries now close in Maine, D.C., North Carolina, Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Hawaii, Virgin Islands, we apologize, that says Virginia, Puerto Rico, Northern Marinas, Guam, and American Samoa. Maine's 23 delegates projected for Rob Portman. D.C., 19 delegates projected for Rob Portman. Ohio, Rob Portman's home state, 66 delegates now projected for him. Michigan's 59 delegates projected for Rob Portman. Hawaii's 19 delegates projected for Rob Portman. Illinois, Todd Young, now projected for Todd Young, 69 delegates. Missouri's 52 delegates now projected for Todd Young. Kansas, 40 delegates for Todd Young. Wyoming, 29 delegates for Todd Young. Idaho's 32 delegates for Todd Young. Utah's 40 delegates for Todd Young. Arizona's 58 delegates for Todd Young. Kentucky, Rand Paul's home state, Kentucky is now projected for Rand Paul. North Carolina, 72 delegates for Marco Rubio. Florida, Marco Rubio's home state. Marco Rubio now is a projected winner of 99 delegates. Mississippi's 40 delegates projected for Marco Rubio. Louisiana's 46 delegates projected for Marco Rubio. American Samoa's 9 delegates for Marco Rubio. Guam's 9 delegates for Marco Rubio. Northern Marinas, 9 delegates for Marco Rubio. The Virgin Islands, 9 delegates for Marco Rubio. No surprise here at Puerto Rico, 23 delegates for Marco Rubio. There is no surprise there. 744 delegates for Marco Rubio, 350 for Todd Young, 354 for Rob Portman, and 104 for Rand Paul. The April caucuses and primaries close in Pennsylvania, New York, North Dakota, Colorado, Wisconsin, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Delaware, and Maryland. Pennsylvania, 71 delegates for Marco Rubio. New York, 95 delegates for Marco Rubio. Connecticut, 28 delegates for Marco Rubio. Projected winner at Rhode Island is Marco Rubio, 19 delegates. Maryland's 38 delegates for Marco Rubio. Delaware, 16 delegates for Marco Rubio. Wisconsin's 42 delegates for Rob Portman. North Dakota's 28 delegates for Rand Paul. And Colorado's 37 delegates for Rand Paul. Here's the current delegate map. 1,011 delegates for Marco Rubio, 350 for Todd Young, 396 for Rob Portman, and 169 for Rand Paul. Here is a CNN special report. Senator Rand Paul has now dropped out of the race. Senator Rand Paul hopes for Senator Marco Rubio to be the Republican nomination because there is now no way for Rand Paul to win. The May caucuses and primaries close in Indiana, West Virginia, Oregon, Washington, and Nebraska. West Virginia delegates now projected for Marco Rubio. 34 of them go to Marco Rubio. 36 delegates now from Nebraska projected for Marco Rubio. Oregon's 28 delegates for Marco Rubio. Washington's 44 delegates now projected for Marco Rubio. Indiana's 57 delegates projected for Todd Young. And here's the current delegate map. 1,153 delegates for Marco Rubio to 407 to Todd Young to 396, Rob Portman to Rand Paul to 169. June caucus primaries now closing. This is a final month. Here's a CNN special report. Senator Marco Rubio from the state of Florida will be the 2024 Republican nominee. The Republican nominee for the 2024 election chooses Senator of Wisconsin, Ron Johnson, for vice president, for his vice presidential candidate. From the state of California, this by itself sets Marco Rubio over the top. New Mexico's 24 delegates for Marco Rubio. No surprise here. The Hispanic population definitely helped Marco Rubio in the state. New Jersey's 51 delegates now projected for Marco Rubio. South Dakota's 29 delegates for Rob Portman. Montana's 27 delegates for Rob Portman, although those two don't matter anymore. And here's the final delegate map. 1,400 for Marco Rubio, 407 for Todd Young, 452 for Rob Portman, to 169 for Rand Paul. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked this video. This is part 1 of 3 parts. Part 2 is going to be the 2024 Democratic primary, and it will be uploaded on June 1st, 2018. Part 3 will be the 2024 election prediction between Marco Rubio versus whoever wins the 2024 Democratic primary. The upload day will be June 7th for 2024 election. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.